All right, guys, welcome to Buy You a Beer, the footy edition, where I buy a football fan a pint and we talk about the beautiful game until the last sip. There's no fluffs, there's no filters, it's just pure football fashion. And here I am with today is Logan. Logan, thank you for coming on, man.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, it's our pleasure. I would like to just give you the opportunity to introduce yourselves to our lovely audience, please.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, my name is Logan. I am from Canada, Ontario. I live in the GTA area, Toronto area, and yeah, big football fan.
Fantastic, man. I appreciate you taking the time. Let's get it. We ordered some Coors Light, Canadian Life. There we go. Thank
Cheers.
you. Cheers. Oh yeah, that's crisp. All right, man. So let's just get straight into it. Logan, you're a football fan. How old were you when you can recall your earliest memory of football?
I would probably say when I was probably like 4 or 5, just kind of like any kind of child growing up, their parents are putting them in all kind of sports to see what they're good at, what they like, just for fun, of course.
Yeah.
And then as you get older, you kind of start realizing how everything works and what the sport is actually about, and that's kind of the point where you start falling in love with it.
Yeah.
Let's say maybe I started maybe around 4 or 5 years old, and then 6, 7, 8 started getting the hang of it, started getting the whole idea of what I'm actually doing, and that's kind of when I developed my love for it. So,
Nice. Oh, that's amazing. So, when you said your family, so who was it in your family particularly that kind of was
specifically
responsible?
my dad. My
Your
dad played
Okay.
growing up.
Yeah.
When he was younger, played professionally. Well, not professionally, but rep and OPL is what you would call it.
Okay.
To a certain extent, he'd play competitively, and he got me into it.
Nice.
Decided to bring me to a tryout, and
For anyone who doesn't know what OPL is, what is that exactly?
it's Ontario Provincial Development League. That's
Okay,
what
so
it is.
playing on a provincial
So
level.
that's kind of the next step after rep.
Okay.
Right before you get into League One and all that stuff. That's what they call it. Just the development league before you go into the next step.
I got you. That's great. And was there any team that maybe your father was into that maybe you kind of through him got a little influence into supporting or liking?
Like team that I like. I was never kind of exactly just like my father. Like he never had a specific team other than, let's say, if you go to like World Cup, like country teams.
Yeah.
I support Colombia and Italy, so it's my background.
Okay.
Other than that, we were never really big into specific teams.
All
The
right.
only time I think I really liked the team was Real Madrid back in 2014-15.
Okay.
And they got James Rodriguez on their team. He was a Colombian, as you presume. That's why I started liking them. But that was really the only team we had kind of love for other than our home countries.
Okay, fair enough. Now there are also Italians on. There have been Italians on Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Before Hamas. So was there ever a time you wanted?
I think at that point is when I started realizing I was like maybe 12, 13 at that point. I was like, okay, like time to pick a team. I wasn't really paying attention back then when I was little. It was kind of just game would be on. I'd watch it. Didn't really know the teams, but at that point I started getting the hang of it. Started getting the concept of it, how the teams work, how the games work, how the leagues work, everything like that. So
fair enough. So, if you had to look back at that time when you got into it, and there's always a player that draws you in.
Yeah.
There's always a player that you're like, oh man, that guy on that team. That's the reason I'm watching it.
Yeah.
What was there any player that you can recall that you would be like, that was someone who was responsible for getting me into it?
So I would say same person as well. I would say James Rodriguez, but there was also somebody named Balotelli back in the day.
Mario Balotelli, yes.
He was always fun to watch. He was different for how he played. He wasn't classic Italian, pass the ball and good touch and all that stuff. He was just quick, sprinted down the line, always doing something fancy, and it was fun to watch. So.
And he had flair. He had a great touch.
That's
unpredictable.
That's what I'm looking for. A little flair to his touch. But.
So Logan likes a little risk in his football.
There you go.
Okay.
Always fun watching him. I enjoyed watching him.
Do you think that Balotelli could have had a different career had he approached it differently?
Well, I feel like the main issue was with him was his original ethnicity. People always attacked him and had problems because he wasn't born in Italy, but he was Italian.
Yeah.
He definitely could have had a completely different career if he decided to go with his routes and a different path. But I think the way that he originally approached it was good enough for him.
Yeah.
To be honest, he had his ups and downs. I think after Man City is kind of when he started declining a little bit.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's always been attacked. I don't know if you've seen those clips where he scores a goal and he lifts his shirt up and it
That's
says,
a
"Oh,
why me?
exactly,
Why always
right?"
me? Yeah, I
He
remember
always
that.
getting attacked for just not being a pure breed Italian, and he was always attacked for that. So
Yeah, fair enough. He did definitely have a rough go at it. You know, I can imagine not the typical or traditional Italian looking people would identify
yeah,
with, especially at that time.
yeah,
So I agree with a lot of what you said. But since we're on the topic of Italy and Colombia being dual kind of, of course you're
yeah.
Canadian, but I mean your background being those two. If you were to be drafted to the first team of any country in the world, I know you're proud to
Yeah.
think about this. Canada, Colombia, Italy, what would you pick? Where would you
Um,
go?
I don't know if I'd be that good, but hypothetically, if I did ever have the chance to do that,
Yeah.
I think it would just be right to go to Italy. Just that was the team that I always watched the most growing up.
Yeah.
I would just say just because they're playing more than a Colombian team or making it farther than Colombia.
Yeah.
Things with like Euro Cup and the World Cup, they're making it a lot farther. So I had a lot more time watching them and being
Yeah.
more excited for them and
No.
all stuff like that. So I think I'd have to go with that.
Fair. That's a good answer. I mean, logically, it does make sense. I probably would have gone the same way myself. Um, Canadian football, what do you think? Where the future holds, considering our World Cup is in North America?
Yeah.
What do you think? How do you like our chances?
I would say now I feel like our chances are a lot better than what they used to be.
Yeah.
Back in the day, Canada was even like a thing. Like nobody cheered for Canadian soccer back in the day.
It was rough.
It was just recently. Now that we have a
Yeah.
couple more upcoming stars and stuff like that, I think we're definitely gonna have a better chance this time around.
I
sure.
certainly hope so, man. I'm hoping that those Canadian fans really, we saw that with hockey right above us.
Yeah.
Canada really won that recently, so I hope we can do the same for soccer. It would be great, tremendously great.
It would be amazing, yeah.
I do want to circle back. So you mentioned, you got started because of your father. He influenced you into it. Did you ever play? Are you playing? Are you a player in the league or?
Right now,
Hmm?
right now I'm just doing a men's league. That's it. Like,
Okay.
nothing. I hung up the boots a couple years ago when I started getting into university, but past I think it's been like 3 months now. I've been playing in a just men's league. Yeah, just for fun.
Okay. And what position do you play? We got to know.
Well, I'm all over the place right now, but I prefer defender. That's kind of
Okay.
where I grew playing up. Like,
Were you always like you always knew where you wanted to play, like the
no,
defender?
so I started off as a left winger,
Okay.
and I don't know how I realized I wanted to switch, but just along the lines, I feel like I wasn't the greatest player up there.
Yep.
I got thrown back on defense one game and just kind of fell in love with it. Enjoyed it a lot more. I felt like I was being a lot more like effective on the field than when I was up there. So,
are you more of a center back, full back? What do you prefer?
Center back.
A center back?
Center back. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So you got to be jumping hops, fighting it
Yeah,
out.
I prefer to just get right in there instead of
No, fair
running
enough.
up and down the sidelines on left back. So.
You know what I find, because I played defender before as well.
Yeah.
I've understood that it's always more like, as a defender, you're very like you're reading the game constantly. I mean, of course, all positions do it,
Yeah.
but as a defender, it's like you're always on, right? You're reading the game, you're seeing where it's going. So I feel like it is one of the toughest positions.
It is very nerve-wracking knowing that you are the last one back, other than your goalie.
That's right.
Because second is by you, you're one on. You got to put your chances on somebody else. So
that's it. Yeah,
it does get a little nerve-wracking, but it's fun. It's a fun position to play, knowing that you're.
I agree.
Committing to something. So.
I like it too. I play defender as well, so I know where you're talking about.
Yeah.
If there was another position that you would kind of love playing, that you wish, like if that was my second choice, what would that be?
I think I would choose the midfield. I was always just kind of when I am back and am playing center back, I love my moments where I'm able to go up and go through that middle part of the area and just kind of create space or get the ball and play it off. I'm just
have a nice little
play. That's what I prefer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just prefer just get it quick, lay it off, or get in the middle, make a couple moves, just something, But
Absolutely.
I always preferred the middle spot. I feel like that's where I was the most as a defender, other than the back.
Yeah.
Was in the middle somewhere, just kind of checking in, coming in, going back out, things like that. But
yeah.
I think I'd choose that position.
No, absolutely. I completely understand. I think it's a great thing as well. Midfield and defenders, they're so close to each other that those roles often interchange.
Sometimes they intertwine.
Yeah, exactly. We'll take a break and we'll be right back. All right, Logan, so let's just continue where we left off. I gotta ask. There's a lot of love for a lot of players that we have. We have our favorites for sure, but often sometimes we overlook is who are the most overrated players. The reason I ask you this.
Overrated. Okay.
That's right. I'll tell you where my thinking is coming
Alright.
from. Because we were talking about Mario Balotelli. He did have real talent. Short career as compared to what we thought he could go to.
Yeah.
But there are certain players out there that the debates are always out. Some people think they're real legends. Some people think they're overrated.
Okay.
Do you think, or who can you think of that, in your opinion, is probably one of those players?
That's a hard question. Are we talking like now times or back in the day maybe?
Any time that you can think of, just a player that you would probably,
Oh
off
man.
the top of your head. I'm gonna think about it as well.
No, that's a good question actually. See, recently I haven't been too much into like the leagues, the Prem and the Champions League.
Yeah.
Back when I was watching, I don't know, there's a lot of good youngsters out now that I can't even really say they're overrated. They're just not at that point yet.
Well, dare I suggest a name then?
Let's hear
May
it.
I? Okay. I'm sure you're familiar with Reddit, right?
Yeah.
So there is a whole thing on Reddit of one of the greatest goats. It is sarcastic.
Yeah.
I don't know if you come across this, but Anthony
Anthony
from Real Betis, the one who went from United, the
Oh,
Brazilian, and so he was kind of a flop at United.
Yeah.
And Reddit has this whole dedicated section where they're posting pictures of him, calling him the GOAT, and they'll compare like, oh, Ronaldo, what Messi,
Yeah.
this is the real GOAT, right? It's a little sense of bullying. I kind of feel bad about it too, but I have to ask, what do you think? Is that about Anthony? Overrated?
Well, I haven't seen much of him. When I did see him, I thought that he wasn't a bad player for what it was, but I kind of give off the same vibe as what's his name? He also played on United. Lillard something.
Who?
Remember Lillard? Oh, I feel like I'm saying his name wrong.
What was it? What background?
He was English.
English winger? Was he a winger?
No, he was a midfielder. I'm not remembering his name. Anyways,
Okay.
I know he played on Madrid, not Madrid. He played on United as well, and now he's playing like the Saudi leagues. He was very, very hyped up and very big guy. Do you remember the guy that you go like this? Remember the celebration like that?
Oh,
like
yeah. Oh my God, I'm blanking right now. I do.
So you don't even remember him either, because he's like off the face of this earth now. Like nobody knows who he is. But
you know what? We're gonna put the face picture somewhere up here when we'll research this.
You'll remember who it is.
Yeah.
But it's the same type of thing. He was such a big thing for United.
Yeah.
And he was like a top dog for them. Like he was scoring goals and making all these passes. Now he's just in some random Saudi league, like second division. Like nobody's seen him in such a long time.
Yeah.
That's kind of the same vibe that I'm getting too with what's his name?
Anthony. Yeah. Yeah.
Same type of thing. Kind of started off at got all the hype and everything like that, and now he kind of just slowly
kind of died down a little bit. Yeah.
Also, at the same time, the game's always evolving. You have these youngsters now that are just kind of performing better. Like let's say people like Holland, you got people like Logan,
Holland's an absolute beast.
Just all these little youngsters that are know how to play ball, right? Like
no, I agree. Yeah, and I mean, like you said, the technology has come a long way. Some of these players, their whole diet to training, the regiments are extremely intense, and their bodies show for it. Like now you have players that were retiring once upon a time at 31, 32.
Yeah.
Now they're like playing till 40 plus.
See, I feel like another good person I can mention here is Lamine Yamal.
Okay.
He is very good, and you got to give credit when it's due. He's a very good player.
Absolutely.
But I feel like some people are already comparing him to like insane top dog, like comparing him to Messi when he was younger. He's not Messi when he was younger. There's no comparison. I'm sorry. This guy was going through the whole team and everything like that. There's no comparison to that.
Fair.
But as I said, you gotta give credit when it's due. I feel like he's a very good player. Just right now, he's got a lot to work on.
Okay. Well, since we're on him already, talking about him, let me ask you then: do you think he has the potential to possibly live up to Messi or even surpass him?
I feel like any player can, but yeah, for what he's showing right now, it looks pretty promising.
Yeah.
Same type of thing you can say with Holland. Same type of thing you can say with everybody else. It's just hard to kind of say right now. We're at this point right now where the two top people will always be Messi and Ronaldo.
Yeah.
And there's no ifs, ands, or buts for that. So I don't think we're really going to see that change or really see kind of that thing until both of them are out of the game.
Okay.
I don't think we'll be able to see that or start calling people the goats
The
or
goats.
everything like that. So
Yeah, absolutely. Well, since our beers are getting low, sun's getting down, and at the same time, you've touched a very sensitive topic for a lot of people in their hearts, which is Messi or Ronaldo.
yeah,
Let's talk about it. That's one of the reasons everyone wants to know. What's your opinion, Messi or Ronaldo? Why?
14-year-old me would say Ronaldo, but
Okay.
now thinking about it now, I think Messi is definitely a better player.
What changed? Why did you break 14-year-old Logan's heart?
Well, as I was telling you before, I was a bit of a Real Madrid fan.
Yes.
So back in the day, watching them growing up was somebody obviously who you'd watch and be like amazed by and just be like, oh my god, this guy's amazing.
Yeah.
But just kind of going back on Messi's career and seeing everything that he's achieved. Same thing with Ronaldo. He's achieved a lot. Messi's really been able to uphold his standard. Never been any faulty issue with him or anybody being like, oh, he messed this up or oh, he, whatever the case is. But me personally, after watching throughout all this time, I think Messi technically is just a lot better.
Yeah.
Mentally, a lot smarter with the ball. What things that he does. He just seems like he's always making the right play. It's not often you see Messi mess up.
Yeah.
Ronaldo, same thing. He doesn't mess up, but it's a different type of play style, you know?
Yeah.
Ronaldo was a good finisher, a striker, right? A shooter. Messi was very technical with his feet.
Fair enough.
Going through the whole team.
Yeah.
Right at the very least. So I would say Messi.
Okay. All right. If that's what you feel, like Messi is the one for you, I can understand. You gave a great explanation. A lot of what you said is true and bang on. And that's why a lot of people love Messi as well.
Yeah.
Ronaldo, we apologize, probably heartbroken somewhere. Like you said, your 14-year-old just dumped him, but that's perfectly fine. Messi's great. Since we're on it, the topic as well, I want to go to El Clasico. 14, 15, 16-year-old, you must have seen quite a few Classicos.
Oh, yeah.
Is there any moment of any Classico, it doesn't necessarily have to be with Ronaldo or Messi, but is there something that stands out for you?
Just with the El Clasico games itself?
Hmm?
Well, I would say this. Back in the day, it was a very big thing.
Yep.
You could compare that to Champions League games. Like, if that's
Absolutely.
what it felt like.
Absolutely.
Felt like such a big deal.
Oh, it
Nowadays, I'm not going to lie, I feel like it's fallen off a little bit. I feel like they're losing that spark. And you can say it's just because they don't have those big stars on the team anymore.
Yeah.
But it's something else. I don't know what it is. It's just kind of falling off a little bit.
Yeah. I think I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think I agree with you in the sense that when you had the first Galacticos with, Zidane and Figo and Ronaldo, Ronaldo 9, R9, and then you had the second generation of it, the I mean, they always try to replicate it, but the real Galacticos 2.0 was when you had Benzema, Bale, Ronaldo, Modric, Cruz, the list goes on. And then now they're trying to recreate it, but Galacticos 3.0 is in the works.
It's just not there yet, and I feel that just could just also be because we haven't had those superstars yet show themselves. Like back in the day we did. I feel like it's getting a lot more diversified with who's going to what team. It's not like we have Barca and Real with just the most stacked players on each team. It's kind of got a lot of good teams in the Prem now, a lot of good teams in the Bundesliga. They're just kind of it's all over the place. I feel like the leagues are kind of diversifying a little bit and just getting a lot more spread out.
Yes.
Instead of being just that one league.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, the one league was always that league.
Yeah.
It was always the big league. It was always the ones to beat. So I feel like it's going to take some time, but we're in this kind of weird era yet that we haven't seen yet where we have these two superstars transitioning out and they're trying to find somebody else to make that superstar. Right?
You're right. Who's the next face? I think they've been looking. They looked at Mbappe. They looked at, Griezmann. They looked at one point as well because the French team. But then they were potentially, they were boosting people like, the Brazilian. I forget his name. He's playing right now. The Brazilian striker.
Vinicius.
Yes, Vinicius Jr. And so they're pushing different faces. But you're right. It's natural leaders or natural likes, celebrity stars, bigger than stars, kind of like Ronaldo and Messi. They don't come that often, right? So who knows when we might see the next generation of Galacticos for sure.
That was definitely a good time to be alive for sure when it comes to that.
I agree.
Just watching those games back in the day, how they were always so close and always so intense. It was always fun.
Well, we're almost done. I want to take too much more of your time, but I want to ask you just straight out, bang, just questions. You tell me off the top of your head. Favorite goalkeeper, go.
Neuer.
Neuer. All right, the Germans. Right.
Yeah.
You are a center back. Who do you have to your right?
Uh, Sergio Ramos.
Sergio Ramos. That's solid.
Yeah.
Solid choice. And your midfielder that you pass up to create that play for creating that
Oh, give
final
me
word.
Iniesta.
Okay, Iniesta. Wow, not Xavi.
No, give me Iniesta.
Okay, you're
I want to
Iniesta,
touch.
man. All right, and who's your number 9, perhaps up front, who finishes it off?
Ooh, that's a good one. Just give me some R9.
R9.
Why not?
Okay. All right. You're
Why
going with the
not?
Brazilian. I like the diversification you've brought to the table yourself. So that's always
I had to
nice.
switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not? You want to include your South American, past as well.
There you
So,
go. There you go.
well, with that being said, Logan, let's. Beer is almost done for me, at least.
Ooh,
Well,
let's try.
thank you. So the beer is done. The chat's done. I want to thank you so much for. Okay, you chugged it. Thank you, sir. I'll match you right there.
Can't leave you hanging.
90 minutes of beer and football.
There you go.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate
No
you.
worries, man.
And we'll have Logan's social, so check it out. Show him some love. And if you have any beef with him about anything he said, go find him. Go look him up. All right. Thank you, guys.